Welcome back. In the last video, we talked about setting up a website, choosing a template, and then doing some basic customization around colors and fonts. We're going to go a little deeper here and edit it a little bit more to make it more your own. So we've got this great looking website. Like I said, it's fully functional. It updates itself. It pulls in reviews. It does all this stuff. But let's make it a little bit more unique to this particular podcast. So we're going to go into Website and Page Designer, and this is where all of the design customizations are going to be. You can customize a lot in here. It's a little overwhelming. Take your time. You'll figure it out. So the first thing we're going to do, we went in and we picked a primary color for the buttons and everything, which is great. There's also all these headers, and we're just going to go ahead and use that same color for the headers. So it just adds a little bit more customization. It's subtle because of this particular color, but now all of the headers are the same. You can go back and update your fonts. If you have your own font, you can upload it. For button shape, you actually can choose if you want it to be a circle, or maybe you want it to be something that's a little more subtle, like rounded corners, so it's not quite as circular. And then if you know CSS, you can come in and do lots of customizations, but we'll ignore that for now. So we've made our buttons a little bit bigger. Let's go into the header and bring a little bit more of the brand here. So in this header area, we're going to add some branding to this. So I happen to have the All the Hacks logo, which I will upload. So you can come in and you can take the logo, and up in this top left where you have your podcast artwork, you can actually switch it out for your own logo. So what that does is for me, I think this really makes the site shine, because it really feels like you've got your own logo, not just your own artwork. So I highly recommend people add that. The navigation bar looks great, but if you wanted to change the color, if you want to change the color of the navigation bar links, all that's possible right there. The global banner is this area right here. You can change the color. You can use a different banner style. We're going to leave it alone. And then you can change your navigation bar links. So one thing that I know this podcast has is they have a newsletter on Substack. And so we can add a whole nother link to the navigation bar. So we can say newsletter. Set redirect to the Substack URL, open a new window, and put it in the navigation top and footer and hit save. And now what you'll notice up here is there's a newsletter link. When it's clicked, it's going to take the user off of the site over to Substack. So that's some of the header customization. You can also customize the footer, which is the very bottom of the page. You can customize your sidebar. There's all kinds of stuff you can do in here. And if you want to change your whole template, you can do that. So these are just a little bit more of the advanced options to be able to customize the page, the whole page, to make it feel more like your own. We took this away at the beginning, but we can add it back here. Let's say you have a big announcement and, let's say Joe Rogan came on the show. You can put a big announcement at the top that says, Joe Rogan came on the pod, right? And that adds this bar to the top. That'll be visible on every single one of your pages. And you can add a link in there for people to go directly to that episode. You can do whatever you want. We'll remove it, but that's the way to add an announcement across the top. So that's a little bit more customization, and we'll see you in the next video.